Hi, Phonics friends. Welcome back. Wow, we have been gone for such a long time through Christmas and New Year's. Happy New Year to you. I'm so excited to be back in your homes and helping you learn with phonics. Just a little heads up. This week and next week will be our last 2 weeks of phonics. It's hard to believe we've already gone through a half a year of phonics lessons, but we are finished with our phonics curriculum and we're going to be doing some application, which means a lot of reading, a lot of trying to increase our reading stamina and also trying to increase our reading levels. So lots of reading coming out soon. Where we're going to be working together. Also, we're not going to lose this phonics time. We're actually going to keep the 30 minutes of phonics time, but you're going to be doing some leveled programs like Lexia or IXL to work on your level with specific skills that you need to work on to help make you a better reader. So I'm excited and a little bit sad that we are coming to an end soon, but I know that you have learned a lot. I've been able to, of course, walk you through each step of the way. We have a lot of videos that we have banked up. So at any time, if you need to go onto YouTube and search a video because you're having trouble with a certain skill, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be relabeling those so you'll know which ones are which instead of just with the dates. I'll be relabeling those based on what the skill was. So if you're having trouble with OA sounds or you're having trouble with bossy E sounds, you can go back and watch those videos to help you with your reading. But let's go ahead and let's kick off today with drop the E and add ing. And when I think of drop the E, I think of the ball dropping for New Year's Day. I don't know if some of you watched that on TV or stayed up till midnight to watch that, but that's always an exciting and fun time because it just means that we're in a new year. Not a new year academically, you're still in second grade, but a new year of thinking, goal setting, and trying to encourage each other so that we can be the best that we can be. And so you'll see a few little tweaks or changes in instruction, but hopefully helping you to become a better reader, mathematician, or scientist. Today, drop the E and add ing has a really catchy song with it. I'm not going to play that for you, of course, because we've had trouble with that. I think we've got that fixed, but if you want to pull that up, I really think you should pull this one up today because it's a catchy little tune and it will help you remember when you need to drop the E and add ing. But that's what we're talking about today. Our learning target is I can create real words using a hunk and chunk. And wow, we have gone so far from creating nonsense words to creating real words. It's just hard to believe how much knowledge we have invested over these last several months. So I can learn to sound out words. I will know I have it when I can create words that drop the E and add ing. So let's take a look at what that means. When we talk about dropping the E, this is a reading and spelling rule. So it goes hand in hand, which all of them are, but I think that this one is really special because not only do you need to know it for your reading to be able to sound out the word, but you're also going to need it in your spelling as well when you're writing about present tense verbs. It's also helpful when you're trying to figure out what the word is and making sure that you're not necessarily changing that vowel to a short vowel sound because the E is no longer there. And I'm going to explain that a little bit as we go through our lesson. I want you to look at these three words. What are these three words? What do they become when I take out or take off the ing? So we have learning, walking, and reading. So if I take off the ing, what is that base word that is left? So that base word or that root word is learn, walk, and read. Those are the root words. Now let's go back and look at that other screen because when we change learn to learning, I am learning something. We are keeping that base word, L-E-A-R-N, and we're just adding ing to the end. We don't have to change anything. On the word walking, I am walking to school. We have walk and ing, walking. And reading is the same way. We're not making any changes to that. Notice that the end of the base word or the end of the root word is a consonant. So we just add the ing. Now, this is when things change a little bit. Notice these words. These words, write, dive, and take, these are verbs, and they have E's at the end of them. They don't have consonants at the end of them. So in order to add an ing, we need to drop off the E. We need to take it off, and we need to put ing in its place. Now be careful. I don't want you to think that because the bossy E is not there anymore, we're going to change this to writ. We are not. We're going to change this to writing. That I is going to take the place of that E. So there's still going to be a vowel there, and we're still going to use the long vowel sound. So this is just going to be changed to writing. Let's look at these words a little bit closer. So just like in the beginning of our schema song that it taught us, if you've watched that schema video, it says if a word ends in silent E, we drop the E and add ing. So here is the silent E. Do you see those bossy E on the end? If it ends in an E, then all you have to do is take that E off. See how I've taken it off, and just add ing. But we're not changing the sound of the word. We're still going to call it write, but now it's going to be writing. So this word is drive. We're going to drop that E, add ing, driving. And this is take the E off, add ing, it is taking. So it's not very hard. All you have to do is just remember to drop it off and add that ing right on. Just zoom it right into there, and the word still sounds the same. So I'd like for us to do some guided practice together. So this again is where you're getting out your notebook, your whiteboard, a piece of paper, because you want to write down these words as we go. Remember, we used to flip them up on our chart. But to save a little bit of time for you, I'm just going to let you write those words at your pace and pause the video if you need to. Okay, so let's do the first one. So we have the word make, M-A-K-E. I'd like for you to write that on your whiteboard, chart, whatever you have, piece of paper, notebook, journal. I want you to go ahead and write that down. And let's talk about that just a little bit. So we know that this word ends in an E, silent E. So the rule is drop the E. So that means we're going to keep make. We're going to drop that E off, and we're just going to put ing. So now we have making. Write that word on your chart, poster, whatever you have. So today we have take. Go ahead and write take, T-A-K-E. And again, we have the bossy E at the end. So we're going to write take, but this time we're going to leave the E off, and we're just going to add ing to the end of that word. And we're going to do the same for rake. So what I'd like for you to do on rake is go ahead and pause the video, and I want you to write rake, and I want you to write how you think it should look when we add ing, and then hit play again. Okay, so now you have it on your paper or on your whiteboard, how you think it should look. So it should be rake. Now be careful, because remember, it is the word rake. Even though I take the E off, I'm not changing the sound of the word. I'm not going to say this is rack. And the reason why is because I'm putting another vowel in its place. I'm putting the I there. So it's still going to be raking, raking. All right, if you're not sure about that and you need to rewind the video and watch that again, then you are more than welcome to do that. If you think you've got it, woohoo, I think I can get a 3 on this, I know I've got it on my own, then you are ready for independent practice. Remember, your independent practice is in your Google Classroom, and it says Phonics Independent Practice. After you complete that, make sure you hit the turn in button so that I can see how you're doing. For your independent practice today, you are going to sort 6 words. There are 6 words on your paper, and they're in bold print underneath the groups. I have separated the paper into 2 groups. On one side, I want you just to write the root word. So that's the word with the E. And then on the other side, I want you to type in the word and how it would look with the ing. And then I want you to read those 6 words to someone just to make sure that you're reading those correctly and not changing the sounds. Then at the bottom, you're going to do exactly the same. You can research other words, or you can use the words that I have given to you to sort another set. Also, I've given you a chart. So this is what your page is going to look like. So you have 3 root words, 3 ing words using these words. And then if you want to do it again, not if you want, I'd like for you to do it again. I want you to come up with research 3 root words and 3 ing words, or you can use the chart. So I've given you a chart that you can get those words from. This chart is have, write, make, save, hope, and wave. And they've changed them to ing or ed because this is a chart that mixes both. But you would do the same. So instead of adding ed, you would add ing. So it would be saving, hoping, waving. So it would be both. This chart as well has a section of ed and a section of ing. So if any of those help you, you can use those back at the bottom down here for your independent practice today. Don't forget to do a little reflection for yourself. How am I doing? Do I have this? I'm a 3. I'm kind of getting it, but I needed to ask for help from someone who was at home, or I really do not know what you're talking about. So make sure you do a little reflection. And when we get on for our live reading meetings at the very end, I'll ask you how you did on your phonics and if you need some help, and we can hang out and do a couple of minutes of that together. Okay, you guys have a great day. It was so fun being back with you. I hope you will enjoy today's lessons. Today is a little bit different. We're doing more live, and you are not going to see videos with our reading, math, and science as much in the next 2 weeks. So we will actually be teaching the lesson live to you in our classroom, to you at home, and that's going to be a little bit exciting. So I hope you guys will have a great day. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. See you guys later. Bye-bye.